Hey, this is Nick B, also known as Tricky Nicky, also known as Sick Nick. Uh, I am here to announce that I've changed my mind again. I flip flopped, so I'm going to vote for Chase Oliver. He's got a better platform, and as far as I'm concerned, both Trump and Harris are top down central planners, and that's exactly what I oppose. I'm a capitalist, means I support private property rights. I believe the landowners should be free to invite anyone they want onto their land. I don't believe in the concept of a national border. I think it's a stupid idea. And not only is it a stupid idea, but like every other idea that anyone has for this government to do, this government will become unable to do it when its credit, its tax revenue, and its currency collapse. And I promise they will. I promise Social Security will become entirely worthless. I promise the bond market will become entirely worthless. I promise tariffs are a bad idea and economically destructive. So I can, in good conscience, vote for a tyrant. And I believe both parties, major parties, present tyrants. Even though Chase Oliver's platform doesn't go as far as I believe it needs to go, I believe he supports freedom in principle, in theory, and so I believe it's a better use of my vote than voting for either of the major parties. I live in Arizona. Supposedly it's a swing state, but everything I'm hearing makes it sound like Trump's got this thing in hand, so he don't need my vote, man. Neither candidate's policies are going to work, are realistic, and neither candidate has done anything to address the elephant in the room, which is the national debt and the fact the currency is going to collapse. Maybe they don't understand these concepts, or maybe they just don't care about the greater economy because all they care about is their own power, and they think that they're going to somehow be okay when this happens. They're not. I listen to a guy, his name is Gerald Salenti. I think he's one of the best commentators on YouTube. I think he's one of the most enlightened gentlemen in our society. He writes something called the Trends Journal. I'll see if I can leave a link if you're interested in subscribing to his work. But he has a saying. He says, when people lose everything and they have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And he's right. It happened in the French Revolution. It's happened in every peasant's revolt. It even happened in 1917, man. People really lost it then. They lost it so much they thought communism would frickin' work, man. That didn't work out real well. Never has. Cuba is real hell, man. North Korea, that's real hell, man. These aren't good places. It's not a good idea. Because subjective value is real, which Marxists seem to acknowledge. And because of that, consensus over the disposition of property and labor is impossible. I don't know if I can convince everyone that freedom is the solution, but I do know that communism won't work, and that people are going to die if you start with your anti-price gouging laws. The preppers are prepared, man. The preppers have prepared for years, for decades, for this, for the collapse of the dollar, for the collapse of the bond market, for the collapse of the government, and for the point that get reached where people lose it. When the people lose it, it's the politicians they're going to demand answers from. It's the politicians who are going to need to give them bread. I made another video about bread. You can go watch it if you want some ideas. But I guess that's it. You guys have a good one.